we're going to talk about the optimization of Rave Gazebo, or at least just show off where it is right now. It's definitely not finished, so don't expect that line to stay up all the way at the top in the green for the entire session, but I just wanted to show off because I've been working on this for like months, like over half a year, and like I've been like on and off doing optimization stuff for over a year now, and oh my god, it's the most opaque thing. But I just wanted to show off just for the sake of this is what I've been working on. I can't really show you guys like, you know, cool audio visual stuff because everything I'm doing is taking things away in order to sacrifice it to this damn line. So let's prove to you that yes, progress has in fact been made. And look, okay, so the first song is the simplest one, and so I can kind of gesture and blah 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 blah. So I can gesture and blah 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 blah, and you'll be able to see that the line generally stays up at the top, and I can change to a different mode. All it is really in here is squares, so yeah. There's not really too much to render, so it's usually a lot easier. There are particle systems in this one. The particle systems in the other ones are a little bit more complicated, so I had to remove them. But these particle systems are fine. Let's take a look at song 2. So here's song 2. There we go. And if you take a look at that line, it's not all the way up at max, but it is hovering in the correct area, which is kind of what I want from it, really. It's real close. Something like that, you know, and it's, yeah, it's not 100%, but it was, you know, it's still better than being in the red, and there's some sections are better than others, and of course, like, sometimes I feel like an economist trying to predict where this line is going to go, or why it's going down or up. It's like, you know, is it because I'm looking at something, or is it just because of some random nonsense that just happened? And of course, the diamonds don't really do much more, I don't think. I think it should stay relatively in the green, even if I gesture a whole bunch. Yeah, still stays green. Great. Let's take a look at the song 3, Antiparticle Lobster. This one took the most. Oh my god. This is like a completely different song from what it started as because like the terrain in Oculus Quest doesn't really show up for some reason, or it does sometimes. It used to be working and then it just stopped. It became transparent for God knows what reason. It's still, you can still see it in Unity, but just doesn't work or something. In any case. And also, this song also had a whole bunch of particle systems that would show up, and I had to remove those. But you can see it kind of generally. Interestingly enough, when I look over in this corner, it just immediately takes a sharp drop in FPS for God knows what reason. Like, I've tried looking in this direction and trying to see what I could possibly be looking at, but apparently something over here is causing some significant issues. And I turn away from it, and it just kind of goes back up to green. But we'll figure out what that is when Profiler starts working, which yesterday I spent all day working on Rave Gazebo trying to optimize it. I was doing guesswork because Profiler worked for only 10 seconds. Anyway, so we have that's song 3. Let's take a song 4. Song 4 is also one of the trouble ones. 5 and 6 are a little bit better, but song 4 is going to be the worst performing one that we've got here. So it's still hovering in the red, unfortunately. But it's doing a lot better than it was, that's for sure. The real problem is we have all these like ragdoll physics things happening, so when I gesture a lot, things sometimes go down. Yeah. I love how these guys drop. So believe it or not, this red line is actually way higher than it has been. So it's still a cause for celebration. It's not exactly 100% above 60 FPS, but you know, whatever. It's close enough for celebration. Let's take a look at song 5. Song 5, we're finally gonna get the line to go back up to green again. Yay! Reliable green FPS. And you can kind of see that I've got. There we go. The real problem is these dancers. These dancers cause a dip. I can actually look away from them, and the FPS should actually kind of go back up. You might be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. It kind of hovers back up. But as soon as I turn and look at the dancers, it's going to go back down again. So something about these dancers is messing me up, but you know, we'll figure that out. All the other ones, though, this one works great. Yeah, it should shoot right back up to green. Yeah, I think it's something about those dancers. It's got to be. And gesturing doesn't really do too much. Yeah, and yeah. So all of these generally work pretty good. except for the dancer. So I'll figure what that's about. But honestly, like, I'm kind of happy that the fifth song is doing so well. It took a bit of time, but yeah. And then last song is Xylitol Isomalt. This song doesn't have the music done yet, but the optimization is actually kind of on point. It's not like at maximum or anything, but like it's I learned a lot from previous attempts to optimize previous worlds, and so this world is basically all UV mapped. Or at least most of it is, like the structure is, and that's how I'm making these kind of weird texture changes, is I just have, I put the textures into Photoshop just to kind of have fun with them, but it's UV mapped, so like, you know, it requires less batches, which is nice. It saves a lot on optimization. So I learned a lot for Song 6, and so Song 6 actually ran pretty well, even like when I first started making it, which I'm kind of happy about. But yeah, so that's Song 6, and that's all of them. Thank you all for bearing with me on this optimization process. I just wanted to show, like, hey, progress is being made. Like, it's so hard. I work on it every weekend, but like, you know, what am I gonna do? Show that the line is like slightly higher than it was the day before? You know, it's not gonna be entertaining content, but I'm gonna give you one video of me just bragging about it for 1 second because I worked so dang hard on it. But like, you can't really, it's not like audiovisual content that you can post. Like, the line is higher. Yay, it's higher again the next week. You know, but hey, it's at least floating in the green, and I can be proud of that.